now joined by Jeff Gordon, Hall of Famer class of 2019. You have a few years on the inductees of this year, but the likes of Jimmie Johnson, Chad Knaus, you've worked for so long with both of them. What an honor is it for you to see them get inducted and join you in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I mean, the Hall of Fame night is always a special night, but tonight's extra special for me just because how close I've been to the journey that Chad and Jimmie have taken together, being a small part of seeing them come to Hendrick Motorsports and then competing against them, and knowing that, I was competing against the greats of all time and what they accomplished and raising the bar for all of us as competitors, but internally at Hendrick, for me too, I had to raise my game because of Jimmie's fitness level and his attention to detail as well as Chad. So, this is special, and for what Rick Hendrick and Hendrick Motorsports has meant to the Hall of Fame and to this sport, to add, continue to add people that have been through Hendrick Motorsports and have helped grow the sport, help grow our company, and it's great to see two new great additions.
You had such a successful year, and less than literally all your whole entire career, you've had so many wins, a 4-time Cup Series champion. But what does tonight mean for a guy who has reached the pinnacle of the sport, knows what the success feels like? What does the honor of tonight feel like?
Yeah, I feel like, tonight, like each season, it's about winning races, about winning the championship. And then the next season, you go try to do that again. Tonight, when you're being inducted, it's about your body of work from the beginning to the end. You didn't get here, you didn't get to NASCAR, have the success in NASCAR without racing something at a very young age, your parents getting you involved, people helping you and supporting you along the way. And so tonight you get to hopefully thank all those people as much as you can, because there's a long list, but just recap the memories and just take a step back of how you got here. And that's why there's usually, at least for me, I'm always tearing up, but it's emotional for everybody, especially the families, that get to see that highlighted on the big stage tonight.
You mentioned the thank yous. The inductees give a speech. I know when you were inducted in 2019, you were nervous about your speech, about the emotion that would come up. So what kind of advice did you give this year's inductees maybe as they work through their speech?
Don't cry.
No, listen, I
love the emotion.
Me too.
I just wish I didn't do it as much as I did it, but I'm all for it, especially in this moment. I think it calls for it. I mean, my kids are there, and Rick Hendrick and my parents. I mean, all the people that, contributed to my getting into the Hall of Fame. But no, I think, it has to come from the heart. And however that makes you, feel emotionally, then this is the time, to show it. And but you got to keep your composure too, because it's a long, speech that you're going to get. No, I think it's just try to savor and enjoy the moment as much as you can, because it goes by fast.
We know the special relationship you have with this class, so take some tissues in there. I'm just going to warn you.
I feel like we're going to hear your name.
No,
I think we're going to hear your name more than once.
Well, I'm looking forward, to interacting with them, and just I'm so proud of them. They're so well deserved, so it's great.
As we look at what Hendrick has accomplished in all of their years, you're an integral part of that, both behind the wheel when you raced and now behind the scenes. What's the future of Hendrick Motorsports?
Well, I mean, Rick has been doubling down on just how important Hendrick Motorsports is, how important Hendrick Automotive Group is, that connection, and the legacy that has been put in place to continue on for many years to come at Hendrick Motorsports. So, it really inspires all of us. He put us in a position in a great company with great people, and we get to have the best time doing it. And so we all strive to just continue to keep that legacy going and make him proud. And I love where we're at as an organization, and what our contribution to the sport is, and I hope to see that happen and be a part of it for a long time to come.
I think you guys have a few more Hall of Famers in the future that you're going to be contributing.
Hope so.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Go have some fun tonight.
Thank you.
Always
Enjoy.
A pleasure.